Want to get back to that new poll from Pew Research that shows a big post-debate bounce for Mitt Romney. The broadest poll of all voters has Romney with a 4-point lead. And now this poll is taken 4 days starting with the day after the debate. The previous poll had President Obama with an 8-point lead. But the swing is much more pronounced among women voters. And now it has the candidates tied. It's an 18-point swing, from the previous poll. Joining the company now is Anthony Randazzo, Director of Economic Research with the Reason Foundation. And that is not Anthony. We'll get to John in a moment. Anthony, are you there? All right, John, you're an expert on all things. John Ransom, Town Hall radio personality extraordinaire. And let's start with this. First of all, this swing, because you're the one who was already, were you telling people that Mitt Romney would win before the debates?
Oh, absolutely. I think Mitt Romney is going to win this election, no doubt.
Why?
Because reality will intervene. People vote on pocketbook issues, and the pocketbook issues don't add up very well for President Obama.
Well, here's the thing, though, John. The president's not arguing the pocketbook issues. He's saying, give me more time to make it better. Does that mitigate or neutralize that particular angle that you're taking?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I think when you go to the gas pump and prices are at $3.85, you know that your life is not better than it's been, and especially because we have a situation where the president has attempted to do really zero in order to try to change that for American families. People aren't stupid. At the end of the day, politics becomes reality.
By the way, not only that, he's taking credit for all the energy production in this country right now.
Absolutely.
You would think when he could throw George Bush a bone, right? You browbeat the guy for 4 years. Give him a little bit of play, right? I mean, after all, it was George Bush's policies that, at least to that supply you were just talking about, made it possible. But still, John, you know, I wish I could say that it's that simple, you know, because life is just not that simple. People are swayed. That's why they spend $1 billion on commercials. And, you know, a lot of people, there seems to be some a strong entrenchment of people who believe that it's not President Obama's fault, that, you know, that he does need more time and that his policies have put a dent in the problem. But you still think more and more people will have some sort of epiphany. And it's not a hard epiphany to have if you go to the gas station or buy a gallon of milk.
Well, and that's what we do, right? I mean, we're not sitting there watching TV, and we're not sitting there asking for commercials to be brought at us. We're out there living our life. And I can tell you right now, my neighbors, my friends, my family, life is harder now for them than it used to be. And that's really the reality. Inside the Pew poll, and I don't mean to denigrate the top line number, but if you look at the difference between September and now, there was a 7-point bias on Democrats in the September poll. They had Democrats coming out at +7. And now they have erased that deficit. So in the top line, I think that's one of the things that you're seeing. What's really important, though, is when you look down, and this is what pollsters are doing now.
When you say that 7-point, you mean they were registered Democrats and now they're registered Republicans?
No, they in their poll sample, they had 7% more Democrats showing up at the polls.
They say to the person on the other end of the phone, what party are you aligned with?
Yes.
Okay.
Right, and they had 7% more Democrats showing up at the polls than Republicans for this election cycle.
Likely voters.
Likely voters,
right.
Exactly right.
That's a really key distinction.
This time around, there is no +7. It's basically tied.
John, before I let you go, it looks like there's really a real big player on Wall Street that's changing their tune with the president. Goldman Sachs employees, they gave more than $1 million to President Obama in 2008. Only $136,000 this time around. But in the meantime, these same employees have given Romney $900,000 and another $900,000 to a super PAC that's supporting him. So these are numbers that come to us from the Wall Street Journal. Obviously, that's a massive reversal, just like this whole thing with women voters.
They want to win, and Wall Street is smart money, and they're gonna bet on who they think the winner is. They thought the winner last time was Obama. This time they think the winner is going to be Mitt Romney. They want to keep access going.
Before I let you go, are you implicitly saying, though, for the most part, you don't trust polls at all? That because you felt this way pre-debate, that the polling is just it's just completely ignoring common sense for the most part?
Well, I trust polls as long as it's a valid tool. It hasn't been a valid tool. They're not measuring reality. Democrats aren't going to turn out at 7% higher than Republicans in this election, and if they think they're going to be very surprised in November.
John Ransom, thank you very much. Really appreciate it.
Sure.